Okay, plumbers, I'm here. My wonderful wife, this is Corrine. She came here on a Sunday to help me out to video this. So we're not YouTubers, so bear with us and we'll make it happen. Okay? Okay, here we are. This is my beat tank. I'm ready to go. This is what I like to do. You have the key to open the tank on a chain, and I got my striker. So I always have it. It never gets lost. You just put the key on top, you open it, half a turn. Now, this is how you turn the gas on with this valve. I light it. And then with this regulator is how you adjust the flame. You barely want to hear anything. Barely want to hear any hissing noise, okay? This is ready to go. Alright, this is open up all the way. Now, I fluxed everything, it's all cleaned, it's ready to go. So this is how I like to do it, okay? Heat on the bottom. I get my solder ready. Heat the pipe a little, heat the fitting a little, heat the pipe a little, heat the fitting a little. Remember the blue, the tip of the blue is the hottest part of the flame. There's probably some water in here, so you see some steam coming out of the fitting, which is good. The valves are open on the other end. There we go, that's done. And this one here, this end. Okay, that's good. Need a little bit more solder. I do the T. As you see here, I got a filler piece between the T and the 90. So it's a little longer. In case for whatever reason I gotta cut it, I can always put another fitting on it. I got some shit in there. There we go. Got it out. Overhead is always a little harder to do. But it's doable, okay?
Ah! I got splashed.
You okay?
Yeah.
Alright. Now this is the adapter. I love this adapter. It goes right in the fitting. This adapter is brass. It's a lot thicker than the copper, so I got to give it a little bit more heat. Okay, that's one. Now I do the other one. Pipe fitting, pipe fitting. Okay, we need some heat. We're almost there, not quite yet. Not quite yet. A little bit of steam. Now do the other side. Okay, some more solder. Now this is how I do it. You know, I don't know if I would say it's the right way, the best way, but it's how I do it. So it works. Overhead's always a little harder. A little bit more solder. Do the adapter. The brass is a little thicker, so it takes a little longer to heat. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Clean this up a little bit. Okay, not bad. Maybe this one could use a little more. I'm gonna get some more paste, put some more paste on it. Better safe than sorry. Word of advice, if you're going to heat up another fitting, put some paste around the joints close to it, just in case. Okay, if it heats up, it melts the solder, at least the solder will flow where it's got to go. Okay. See, in some situations you can't get the, 4 o'clock, 8 o'clock. So make things work. Like I said, we are plumbers. We are usually the last resort. We do what it takes. Okay. That should be good. Okay. I'll get back to you when it's time to do the PEX. Alright, we'll clean this up, cool it off, and I'll get right back to you, okay? Alright, here we go. Now we're going to attach the PEX to the copper. What I have here in my left hand is my trusty Milwaukee expander. So this type of pipe is Uponor PEX A. So how this one works is you put a ring on it and you put the expander in it. I'll show you, and it expands it, opens it up so that the pipe will go on top of this or around this adapter. So notice, I don't know if you can see here, but this adapter is almost the same inside diameter as the copper pipe is. So that's the big difference between this Uponor PEX A and the regular PEX. Regular PEX, you put the fitting inside, you have the crimp ring, but the actual opening of the size for the water to go through is only 5/16. So it's a lot less than a ½ inch. Okay, so I'm gonna cut my hot, give it a little bit of slack. I'm gonna cut it right here. I'm gonna put my ring on, and then the cold, leave some slack. I'm gonna cut it right about here. Put my ring on, put my cutter in my back pocket. Now, this is for ½ inch. So what I do is I count 8 times or 9 times of the expansion. So it's open up plenty and gives you about 20-30 seconds to put the thing on, put the pipe on, okay? What I'm doing is I'm rotating the head of the expander because there's lines in the expander that expand. I don't want it to keep the same line on the PEX because that could be a potential to leak, a path to leak. Okay, you see it takes a few seconds. Then we put it on there. We hold it a little bit. Remember, what I'm doing here is just temporary piping for a temporary washroom for this renovation. This renovation is probably going to go on for a year, but that's the washroom that the guys are going to use. Okay, so I was holding it and give it a chance to retract back to its original size. So that's how it holds. So the rings gives it the strength to hold. Okay, so that's the hot. That's pretty good. Now we'll do the cold. See, that's what I mean. See, it expands like that, so it makes lines. So I don't want to keep the lines in the same position on the pipe. Okay? Okay, so that's on. Now I just got to hold it a little bit. Okay, we had a little bit of malfunction, but I'm still holding the pipe here, letting it contract back to its original position, or I should say original diameter. And that's basically it. So we did our connections. We put in our T, we put in our PEX adapters for both cold and hot. I don't know if you can see here, you know, before I cut it, just to make sure, you know, I'm not very bright sometimes, but I put a C for the cold, H for the hot. Okay, we all make mistakes and we try to prevent them. Okay, so that's pretty much it for now. It's connected, and then we're gonna go turn the water on and see what happens. Okay. Okay, so we are connected. Everything's cooled down nicely. So these pipes I ran here before I thought about doing this video. So this is the hot and cold. There's going to be a temporary sink on the wall there, and obviously the cold for this toilet. Again, this was done before I thought about the video, but moment of truth. Let's go turn the water on, see what happens. Hopefully it's good. Okay, so this is the water system. This is a house in the country, so it's on a well. There's no water meter here, but what we have is a well, and the pump is inside the well, in ground. The beige tank, the Flex 2, that's the pressure tank. So the well pumps water into the tank. It's about, what's that, 30 gallons, which is about, I don't know, 100 liters or so. And then immediately to the left is the iron remover, and to the left of that, immediately to the left is the water softener, and the wider tank in front of it, that's the salt brine tank, and immediately to the left of that is the iron remover. Okay, so because it's in the country, it's not treated water, the water needs to be treated. So that blue canister, that's what we call a little big blue. It's a filter. It's a wound filter. It's about 5 micron. It takes, or I should say, it filters the particles less than 5 microns before it goes up to the silver canister there. That's where the UV light is. So this water is treated with a softener, an iron remover, a sediment filter, and a UV light. It's good water, it's tested, it's very clean, and works great. Okay? So, here we go, moment of truth. Open the valve a little bit, slowly, see what happens. Now we go back to where we did our work. See if we have a rainfall or not. The sound is diminishing. Seems like it's filling. Doesn't look like anything is leaking, which is a good thing. I hear it gurgling. Let's try the valve, see what happens. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna get Crean to help me. Okay, so now the water's full, and this here is an angle valve, the same ones as you installed for your sinks. So we got 1/2 inch to 3/8. Now I'm gonna try it. I got my bucket here in case there's lots, but it won't be a lot, and just a little bit of rag here so I don't get myself soaked. Here's the water. Beautiful. Water's there. Cold is there. Close the hot. Beautiful. Job well done. Okay? I'll get you the next video in a few days, okay? Thank you.